Are you one of 6,000 or so people with a pre-order or unfulfilled order from vinyl retailer Bandbox? Do you enjoy buying exclusive pressings on vinyl like this one here by Lush? Well, the company sent out an email to customers on March 6 noting that Bandbox is filing an assignment for the benefit of creditors. I'm not a lawyer, so don't take this as legal advice or anything of the sort. In today's video, I'm hoping to answer a few questions like, who is Bandbox? What happened to Bandbox? Is Bandbox bankrupt? What is an assignment for the benefit of creditors? Will I get my money back? And what if I have a gift card? What is Bandbox? Bandbox is known for exclusive limited pressings of vinyl records. These come in their standard sleeves, on colored vinyl, sometimes opaque, sometimes transparent, sometimes splatter or with some design. It's not a label, it's kind of like Vinyl Me Please and all of these others that kind of partner with labels for these exclusive pressings. Prices tend to be, for a single LP like this, right around $40 US, which is quite steep, but also becoming more the norm these days for vinyl records. What sets Bandbox apart is the inclusion of these in-depth zines. These booklets are great because they are essentially an in-depth overview of the band. For artists like Lush here, it's great for someone like myself who was in their early teens when the band was originally around. I could dig into it, check out this physical piece. It kind of takes you back to the 70s, 80s, and 90s zine thing as well. So what happened to Bandbox? With production costs, advertising costs, overhead staffing, etc., Bandbox spent a lot more than they brought in. That means they ran into financial trouble. Customers received an email on March 6, 2024 titled Bandbox is filing an assignment for the benefit of creditors. The content of the email reads as follows. To whom it may concern, Bandbox is filing an assignment for the benefit of creditors. They are doing this in order to allow a court-supervised process to liquidate the company's assets and distribute the proceeds according to priorities established in law. Please see the link below for more information. Thanks for all the memories. Now, the link itself includes the following legal document. Please take notice that on February 23, 2024, Bandbox LLC, a Minnesota limited liability company, a signer, entered into an agreement for the benefit of creditors under Chapter 577 of the Minnesota statutes, the assignment, with Lighthouse Management Group, Inc., the assignee, which has been accepted by the assignee. The assignee filed the assignment with the Hennepin County District Court for the state of Minnesota on February 28, 2024 at 4:33 p.m. in court file blah blah blah. You are receiving this notice because the assignee believes you may be a creditor or other party in interest with respect to the assignor and or its property. The names and addresses of the assigner, the assignee, and their attorneys are as follows. And then it lists the assignor Bandbox and the assignee is Lighthouse Management Group. And it continues as follows. Please take further notice that the filing of the assignment operates as a stay, applicable to all persons of certain acts against the assignee, against the assignor, and against assignment property as set forth in Minnesota statute, blah, blah, blah. A copy of the assignment and additional filings can be found at this additional URL. If you require additional information regarding the assignment, please contact the assignee as the contact information provided above. That leads to the next question. Is Bandbox bankrupt? No, but they are heading in that direction. The company filing for an assignment for the benefit of creditors is an attempt to avoid full bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is a legal process initiated by an individual or entity, in this case, entity Bandbox, unable to repay their debts, providing them with an opportunity to either restructure their finances or have their assets liquidated to satisfy creditors. This process is overseen by a court and can involve various chapters of bankruptcy law, each offering different solutions depending on the debtor's circumstances. The debtor in this case, of course, being the company filing for bankruptcy. So what is an assignment for the benefit of creditors? An assignment for the benefit of creditors, or ABC, is a legal arrangement in which the debtor, Bandbox, voluntarily transfers their assets and property to a third-party trustee for the purpose of liquidating those assets and distributing the proceeds to creditors. Unlike bankruptcy proceedings, an ABC is governed by state law rather than federal bankruptcy law, and it typically involves a more streamlined and cost-effective process. The appointed trustee, often an impartial third party, Lighthouse Management Group in this case, acts in the best interests of all creditors by selling the debtor's assets, settling outside debts, and distributing any remaining funds according to predetermined priority. ABCs provide an alternative to bankruptcy for financially distressed individuals or businesses seeking to resolve their debts in a controlled and efficient manner while maximizing creditor recovery. The primary benefit of an assignment for the benefit of creditors over a bankruptcy is flexibility and control. In an ABC, the debtor retains more control over the process compared to bankruptcy proceedings where the court plays a significant role in decision making. Additionally, ABCs are often less costly and time-consuming than bankruptcy, as they typically involve more streamlined process without the need for court involvement. This can result in a faster resolution and potentially higher returns for creditors, as fewer resources are spent on legal fees and administrative expenses. Once again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm basing a lot of the above on some slightly revised ChatGPT prompts. So let's pivot to Bandbox customers. Will you get your money back? The answer is complicated. Unlikely, but also perhaps. Will you get your order? Again, complicated. Unlikely, but perhaps. As a customer, if you receive that email, you are a creditor. That's what that document says. So I am a creditor of Bandbox. That means I have something on order. I am a creditor. I have paid them money. They owe me something. On October 4, 2023, I pre-ordered 3 Long Winters reissues. This was the first time the band would reissue all of their early aughts albums, and being a fan, I was pretty excited. I've wanted them on vinyl forever. I ended up dropping about $110 for their 3 LPs. The order was delayed. It was supposed to ship end of 2023 or early 2024, with Bandbox following up in a mid-February email stating they'd start shipping around early March. Now, this could mean that I'll be getting it in the next week or 2 weeks or month, but it's also unknown and unlikely. What's also likely is that it could have been a strategy to avoid chargebacks. So when I noticed the email in my inbox on March 8, I immediately contacted my bank and requested said chargeback. What is a chargeback? It's when you request from your bank the return of money spent for a promise unfulfilled. In this case, an order. Due to the assignment for benefit of creditors, the bank did note that the process, which typically takes a few weeks to begin with, is likely to take quite a bit longer, and in any chargeback case, the resolution is in the filer's benefit is not guaranteed. Once again, I'm not a lawyer, but you have an outstanding unfulfilled order. It's entirely possible that the Long Winters orders might be going out. It's entirely possible. I mean, after all, it was supposed to be done 3 months ago. So there is a chance that those records are waiting with Lighthouse Management Group to be distributed to customers, the creditors in this case. But for any that are a little bit newer pre-orders, some that were just announced, anything along those lines, or orders in the works, it's just unknown. Who knows if you're going to get the order? Who knows if you're going to get money back, how much money back you'll get, etc. It's all going to be based on the order of those creditors, and it's entirely possible that the top of those creditors lists, not necessarily the customers. It might be a vendor, a vinyl manufacturer. It might be someone else. If the staff has had, lackluster paychecks over the last month or two, they're likely up there as well. So it's a big unknown in terms of what and how much you will get as a customer. All going to be determined in the predetermined priority discussed or negotiated or whatnot earlier on with this order, and that is not something that they have disclosed, at least not of yet. Now, this is not legal advice, but this is steps that I have personally taken as soon as I noticed that email. I had an outstanding order unfulfilled, and I took the step to file a chargeback right away. Should you do the same? That's up to you. Personally, I would do it because, hey, I want to see if I can get that full amount back. Hey, I would love the records. I would absolutely love the records. Also, when you're looking at something like this, be ethical about it. If you actually get the records, cancel the chargeback. Let the other customers who have outstanding orders, who are not going to get their order, get at least some of that money back. What if you have a gift card? Well, unfortunately, you're probably out of luck. Anyways, that's kind of what's going on with Bandbox. They're going out of business, and if you have an order, take the steps that you feel are necessary for yourself, what makes you most comfortable. As one YouTuber said many moons ago, this dude is a damn nerd. I am Andy, this is the FensePost Final Channel, and I'll see you in the next video.